Okay, we are going to record, we're going to try to record how to create a custom map in Gather.town. So the first step is to, because I'm not using one of the template maps, I'm going to use, create a fully custom map. I'm going to upload a background that I found from an artist that makes map art available for free online. And this one is available here. And one of the things that I discovered in trying this the first time is that the labels that I created for the different like breakout areas, these bright green signs, when I created them as objects in GatherTown, they didn't appear on the mini map once I was in the tool. So instead, I created them as part of the background so that they'll appear on the mini map when people are navigating around. Because you can't zoom when you're in the Gather experience, it makes it really difficult to navigate around to different, essentially breakout areas if you don't have the labels incorporated as part of the background. So that's just a lesson that we learned. So this map is now uploaded, and the first thing that we're going to do is create our impassable zones. So one of the things that is kind of tempting about Gather is to create a bunch of areas that are unnavigable and make, make the rivers all unnavigable, and so that you have to navigate around them like a video game. It can be a lot of fun. I personally find it really annoying to try to navigate worlds like that as a user, and would advise simply making a wall around the edge of your world and not honestly being all that careful about where that wall goes. If it zigs or zags into or out of the edge of your world, it's really not that big a deal, because all it's designed to do is to keep your avatars from walking off the edge of your world. So we're building our wall around the edge of our map. And that is honestly the only impassable area that I would create on a Gather map. Now we have to create our spawn point. That's the place where avatars enter the map. I think this crossroads makes a nice little place. So we're going to create multiple spawn points right around this crossroads in the middle of our map. So avatars will spawn into these squares on an alternating basis. We're expecting a large group, so I think it'll be good if people aren't coming in on top of each other. So every map has to have a spawn point. Every map has to have some sort of walls. But beyond that, nothing else has to be in place. The other thing that we're going to demonstrate creating in this map is spaces. The advantage of spaces is that you can create private spaces so that no matter how close to another user or another group of users you are, the audio is private. So we'll type in private space ID 1, and we can choose over here whether those spaces show up colored on the map. I like to keep them colored so that people can tell that there's a private space. And then we're going to make these 4 little squares a private space. And then we're going to choose to make private space 2. And we'll make these 4 little squares private space 2 and private space 3. And we'll make these 4 little squares private space 3. So now, even though these spaces would usually be within each other's audio range, because they're private spaces, those people won't be able to hear each other. Those within 1 will be able to hear each other, within 2 will be able to hear each other, and within 3 they'll be able to hear each other. But 1, 2, and 3 won't be able to hear each other, and they won't be able to hear anyone who's standing around them either. So let's go ahead and create a few more private spaces just for the fun of it. Oops. Oh, shoot. Okay, I forgot to change the number, but luckily you can work over them, which is great. Put some people around the church. Got a nice large group there. Put some people in these little houses down here. And we'll do some people around this tower. And maybe a largish group who can be around the castle. Okay. So that's pretty much it in terms of what we were planning to do for spaces and labels in this. The next step is to export the map. And what we're doing here is we're going to update this map that already exists with these changes that we've made. And that update is successful.